Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Holes in Your Drywall
In
with
your drywall.
in your drywall. Yep, still working on an intro.
Always in your drywall.
With Aaron Holer.
Thick Daddy. And Reid It is your boy.
Yeah, we're really excited to start this podcast. We have no goal. Somebody asked me if this was going to be a funny or informative podcast, and I want to say
Neither.
okay. Yeah, that's a start. We're gonna do funny, informative about stuff that you don't care about. Maybe we don't even care about, but we're just gonna be talking because
Pop culture, NBA, fashion, stuff to buy that we can't afford.
yeah.
Lots of good stuff.
For those that don't know me, I'm a 22-year-old, pretty cute single guy that's living up in the KC area. Reed, go ahead and describe yourself to the viewers. People that find this
Uh,
podcast.
I'm kind of a human version of a string cheese, Parmesan. I'm very white and tall and skinny. I'm 22 years old and I've had a girlfriend for the past 5 years. And I met Aaron through Fido. And the first time I met him, he was wearing
Fraternity, yeah.
fraternity.
Ah,
First time I met Aaron,
sick.
he was wearing Ray-Ban Clubmaster sunglasses, and I thought to myself, "This is the coolest guy I've ever seen." Turns out they were fake, and the friendship
Has
was
been
fake.
fake ever since. Really. I remember reading Mead. But he was a tall white guy, so naturally I got along with him as another white guy myself. Uh,
With
and
some athletic prowess, though.
yeah, Reed. Reed is talented at basically any athletic event.
Aaron and I bonded over setting and spiking on unathletic people in the
Yeah,
backyard of Fido.
shout out to volleyball.
Shout
Just
out
love that
volleyball.
sport.
Yep.
Um, and then it's been about 3, 4 years, and we've been wanting to start this podcast for probably around 10 years,
six
I
years.
think.
Yep.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
yeah, somewhere in the middle of
I
that.
think the latest statistic is 12.
Okay, yeah. Clap would say probably like 12 or 14. But now we're just friends that like to get together and talk about stuff and
Yep.
um,
We think we're important enough to record ourselves talking, so
yeah,
this is
and
that.
we came up with a very clever original name of holes in your drywall.
Holes in your drywall.
In your drywall, not in ours. Your
No.
in
No.
multiple,
And
you
if
know.
and if you're a loyal drywaller, we'd be happy to come to your house, sock a hole in the wall and sign it for you.
No,
Just
multiple
Venmo
holes.
us
That's
ten
the thing.
dollars and holes
Reed punch a hole,
and
I punch a hole. So holes.
I shove Aaron into the wall, make multiple holes.
And then
It's a
somebody
lot of fun.
we've already gotten comments, from
Hmm.
mainly parents, like how do we get that name? And I just like to go over some
Don't ask.
stories of Reed putting holes in drywall, which is not how we got this, but it's kind of funny in a way.
Drywall is kind of my greatest enemy. I've had a long relationship with it. They say the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. And I would definitely not describe my relationship with drywall as indifferent. It's very hot and cold.
Do you drink Monster before you put these holes in the drywall or
No, see, I'm such a purist that I don't even need that. I'm a OG drywaller. Aaron and I were chopping it up a little bit before the podcast, and I told him that between the ages of 6 and 18, I put 22 holes in my parents' drywall.
it's got a natural hate for drywall.
It
That's really what
just
it
it
is.
happens.
Do you want to go into more
And
depth
then
of like, some of the biggest holes that you
some
put
some
or
some of my greatest drywall stories.
I mean, we have around 30 minutes, so you could probably take up to 20 minutes on this. I know you could, but let's just aim for like
Uh-huh.
2 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah, so the latest big drywall story I've got, um, I was wrestling with one of my roommates. Well, really, I wasn't. He came into my bed, and I was trying to chill, and he started wrestling me, and I tossed that little boy, and um, ended up in pushing myself back into the wall, trying to shove him actually, and my whole back went through it, and it was a nice 2 foot by 2 foot square in my drywall.
Oh, that's a good hole. That's a good hole in the drywall.
Oh.
That's what we'd like to hear. Holes in drywall. I don't
Holes
know.
in drywall, and it's funny because it was right next to my bed. Fast forward a year, moved to a different house. Another friend puts a hole in the drywall right next to my bed, and now I'm upstairs by the attic, and so that hole, there was sawdust and stuff creeping into that hole. So I would, for 3 days I'd sleep there, and I'd just wake up like stuffed up with stuff in my throat until I finally taped it up.
Yeah, I mean, I think our friend group just has a general dislike for drywall, so that's why, you know, we got an
You know,
inspiration from them. We kind
yeah.
of gave them inspiration. Can't wait for them to listen to this and, you know,
hmm
just
Um, as we're recording this, I'm actually looking around my room, noticing two more holes in the wall. One of them is duct taped over. The other is just out there for everyone to see.
okay.
Aaron, you have
Well,
any good drywall stories?
I no, I don't have a general hate for them. I've put in some nicks, but never holes. Never went full force and just straight up, just through the drywall. I think that's one thing that throughout this podcast I'm gonna try to do,
hmm
and I'll give
hmm
updates probably. I don't know, but hey, let's go ahead and
Yeah.
get into our like topics of the day. Me and Reed, we
Hold on.
both
Before
okay.
we do that,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think there's some nice parallels between our drywall relationships and us as a person. For
We
the
like
first time
punching each
listeners
other or
of
what?
this podcast, no. I'm just saying our relationship with drywall has kind of reflect us as a person. Like I'm a little bit more rambunctious, a little rowdier, um, where you're kind of more uptight, well kept, a little more anxious, a little more
Responsible.
worried about your surroundings.
Yeah, I'm more grown. I've got a salary. I'm out of school. Reed
I
is
wouldn't say that.
he's getting there though. I will give him that.
My income is currently $0 a year.
Yeah, thanks COVID. Uh
Waiting for this podcast to take off.
yeah, we're waiting for ads in case you got one. But hey, me and Reed both enjoy watching, TV and I say movies, and lately we've
We
been
spend a lot of time on the internet.
yeah,
Aaron's a Reddit guy. I've
I don't
seen
know what
every
Reddit
video
is,
on
so
YouTube.
you can't say that. So I've never been on Reddit. But
Bleep that out.
yeah, editor, cut that. But so we've been, you know, getting into TV, romantic, not romantic. What's I'm
Romantic
looking for?
reality television.
There we go.
Reality.
I think my love for reality television started with Jersey Shore. And I wanted to bring that into the podcast somehow, but like, there's
Yes.
nothing that could top that. That set a generation apart. People fist pumping. You got Snooki, Ron
Mm-hmm.
Ron Juice, Polly, and how could I forget Polly D and Vinny
Polly
and their
D.
bromance?
Vinny.
But getting back to the actual topic, we're gonna be talking about
Reality TV
how
shows.
Love Island versus Bachelor. You know,
Yes. Yes. And I brought this to Aaron's attention because lately during the coronavirus quarantine, I've watched about 27 hours total of Love Island,
which
fully
is
immersing
it's
myself
it's pretty
into it.
light, because it's a beast. It's a episode every single day.
Yeah. And there's so much out there. You have the US, the Australian, and the UK. And so I started off with the US and I liked it. It was pretty wholesome.
But
Everyone was friends. There wasn't a whole lot of cussing, smoking, or drinking.
oh,
And then I
come
went to
on,
the UK.
UK mate, those
Oh, they
uh
had me laughing out my trousers, mate.
oh, you're having a laugh. I don't. It's something
Mm.
about their accents and just how they use words. And I don't even think they're about love. I'm just there to watch their accents and see how they get along.
See, okay, I hear where you're coming from, but I looked up how the current season I'm watching ends, and two of the couples actually got married. And on the USA one, where it seems all wholesome and actually about love, none of the relationships lasted more than a couple months after the season ended.
What season are you on?
I'm watching season 3. I Googled it and it said that was the best one.
Oh yeah, I agree. I like that one a lot.
You've watched
Um,
season 3, UK?
yeah, so I bounced around. I think I watched season 1 just to get a feel. Season 2, I wasn't really matching, gelling with any of the people on there. And season
Mm-hmm.
3, whew, that's gold tier, maybe S tier. I don't know. And
Yeah.
then I was watching. I don't know what the current one is, but I need to get back into it. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Love Island, it starts off with, I think, 6 boys and 6 girls, and they
Something
couple
like
off,
that.
off their initial attraction, and then they go around, do a bit of flirting, and
I'll
they
just say
re.
it's hot people going for hot people,
Uh-huh.
and that's mainly like what it's about. It's about looks. I'd say for the most part, that's what sets it different. I think from
Okay. Well,
well then here and then they all
we'll move
think they're
forward a
hot
bit.
stuff. That's the thing. They think
Oh yeah.
each person thinks they're the cream of the crop. So they're putting themselves over other people. Where like in America, and they're like, oh yeah, okay, and then like they have feelings and stuff. But then
Mm-hmm.
like in UK, somebody like breaks up with them, they're like, oh, it's fine. I'll get another girl. See my
Yeah.
accent there?
Yeah. And I've noticed that people in the UK are much less concerned about personal space. You've got guys like just kissing guys and girls just like even as just friends just going up and kissing each other on the face or something like that. Like never in a million years do I want to kiss Aaron.
Okay, well, hurtful as that is, we'll just get back
If
into
you were
it.
cuter, I would consider it, but
I'm sorry I can grow a mustache, but if you had a choice, Love Island or Bachelorette, let's be honest.
okay, yeah.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
Bachelor,
So
100%.
so so here's the comparison, and we're talking about the Bachelor here because the Bachelorette sucks. Nobody cares about guys fighting over a girl. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, just nobody.
as men, I want to see one
So
guy fight over.
the Bachelor is funny in its own ways, and there's a lot more competition, I feel like. But it's also, I feel like it's not as real because there's no way that all 25 of these girls actually have feelings for this guy.
Yeah,
Where Love
I agree.
Island, you get, yeah,
No, go on.
Love Island, you get to shop around a little bit more and can actually find something. And just when you put that many people together, they get a little rowdier.
Yeah, I'd say The Bachelor, their producers definitely top
Mu-
tier, and
Much better.
they're like, hey, we're gonna create drama. We don't care how.
Hmm.
Oh, your ex-boyfriend is a singer? Yeah, we'll bring him on one of the dates.
Oh yeah,
That
no
was
problem.
that was
It's
great.
also filmed a lot better, and they have more time to edit it because they don't release stuff so quick.
Oh, what about the narrator of the UK Love Island, Ian? Oh,
Eh,
okay.
Definitely better. The U.S. narrator, terrible. UK is all right.
Ian. Okay, so I agree. You know, we're not fighting there. Another thing that me and Reed have been on about is we've been into the John Wick movies lately, and John Wick, I mean 1 and 2. We haven't gotten to the third one yet, but
Probably we'll never get to the third one.
oh, don't say that. That hurts my feelings. Versus James Bond, which I don't know if this is even the comparison in a way, because John Wick is just so much better. And like the first one, if
See,
you compare it to anyone, I'm just trying to get in your skin.
ah,
I think I just appreciate them for what it's worth. James Bond is a much, you know, I'd say higher produced. It's not like one person running after the same family. You killed my uncle. You killed you killed my brother. You killed my
yeah,
nephew
if you
for a car. Spoiler, sorry.
See, okay, whoever's seen John Wick, I want you to argue with me about why it's actually a good movie because it's not.
Well, I've seen it. So, are you talking about John Wick 1 or John Wick 2?
Yeah. And
You said yeah. I said 1 or 2.
oh, I thought you said he's talking about both of those. Okay, so John Wick 2, you don't even have a chance of convincing me that that movie is worth the time and money to make. John Wick 1, on the other hand, I could see both sides of the coin, so we'll go with that one.
Okay, well, fine. James Bond over it, but I say Boban. He has a chance to make John Wick 3 like good. I'm holding out hope.
I'm guessing Boban's in that movie for a total of 10 minutes, like Post
Probably.
Malone and Spencer Unidentified. I love that he was in that, by the way.
I haven't seen it. Would you recommend?
If you like the most basic Boston cop movies you could think of,
So
yeah, I'd
the other
recommend it.
guys? Just kidding. That's a great movie, and I love it. So we're gonna go
How
on.
cool is Mark Wahlberg, though?
Oh my
Mark
gosh,
Wahlberg might be the coolest man alive.
him and Jimmy Butler. I love their friendship, but Mark Wahlberg is just a whole nother animal. This man's getting up at like what 2:45, I think,
Yep, when he's in
when he's in his
the
workout.
thick, yeah.
And I kind of want to try it. I'll be honest. Can I do it?
No,
Probably no. No, heck no.
no.
But I thought about it, and that's kind of all that counts.
Hmm. Yeah, but I would just like to encourage all the loyal drywallers to shop at Mark Wahlberg Chevy. He takes care of your Chevy needs.
What a interesting man. Shout out
Yeah, He's
Invincible.
he's worth $300 million. I can't imagine that car dealership takes up any of his time. I'm sure he just hired someone
Oh,
and
I'm
was
pretty
like,
sure he just put his name on it and like, yeah, I own it.
yeah.
But I will say Transformers is not his best work. Sadly, he could do better.
Mark
Be-
Wahlberg in Transformers?
yeah, he's in like the new the two newest ones.
Nobody's seen those.
Okay, that's fair. Um,
Have you
yeah.
seen those?
Uh I've seen it's like Rise of Extinction or some Age of Extinction. I saw that one. It had dinosaurs. It was really dumb. And then the newest one was like something the last night, and I got like 30 minutes into it. I was like, this is too dumb for me to even like comprehend. And that's coming from somebody that just likes action movies. So I don't even know.
Oh,
Um,
that's why you recommended John Wick.
well, John Wick, I was just laughing because it was just dumb. But um, yeah, if we want to,
Okay, I feel like we need to touch on this topic. Tiger King.
oh, I thought we were gonna get into our ads. Do we have any ads? Do we want to? We can't shout anybody. No, hey, actually, no, no free clout. So if we're not getting paid, we're not gonna
Well,
talk about it.
eventually, we'll be sponsored by some sort of drywall company.
Hey, do you think we could get sponsored by Pizza Hut? Maybe throw some money our way. Coupon code. That'd be pretty cool.
Uh, Probably not. For those that don't understand why Aaron brought that up, my dad does work for Pizza Hut.
He is Mr.
He's
Hut.
Mr. Hut. Mr. Hut.
His middle
I
name's
hate that we
Jabba.
made the same joke just now. We need to diversify a little bit.
He is Mr. Hut. So, if you could talk to Mr. Hut and we get the drywallers. I don't know if that's their name or if we're even going to keep this name. We can give him a coupon card. Like not a coupon, but like I don't know, 5% back goes back to us. That'd be kind of cool.
We'll work on something. So Tiger King,
Tiger King.
watched it, loved it. Your thoughts? Go.
Well, I feel like we have to talk about this because it's like the hottest thing in the world right now, essentially. Maybe we're a week late. I don't know. But really thought it was cool. I watched it one time, like throughout the day, and then I was like, tell my dad, like, yeah, you have to watch this. You'll like it. So then I watched it another time. So I've watched it twice already. Might watch it a third time, but like Uh, how I feel is Carol Baskins definitely did it. No doubt in
She
my
killed
mind.
Don.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
I saw a tweet that said they're reopening that case.
Well,
I don't know how legit it was,
I don't think
but
it's ever been closed. That's the thing. But
okay,
like,
well they're revamping it.
but how do you have a millionaire that just goes missing and you're like, eh,
Just
you know,
disappears.
eh, couldn't find him. He's a millionaire. You're a millionaire. Shouldn't you have, I don't know. But another takeaway from the whole movie is if you have, I feel like if you have big cats or like have one of those parks, you have to be kind of weird, you know?
Yeah,
You
that's
have
just
you have to be
what.
strange.
Yeah, what really impressed me about that is how polygamy and big cat ownership go hand in hand. That's a connection I never would have drawn on my own.
Dude, freaking Doc Antle. That guy, he was like, okay, this guy seems pretty interesting. And then third episode hits, boom, this guy, we were just like, yeah, I have
Is my
like four
hero.
wives, 8 wives. Yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that
and
to
they're
me.
all okay with it. I don't.
Oh, well, yeah, and they're all living in separate houses, so I'd like to join his apprenticeship.
Yeah. Okay, so in summary, watch The Tiger King if you haven't. If you have, live tweet us your questions and we can speculate answers to any questions that you have.
Comment on our YouTube page when this goes up. I don't know. We're
Yeah.
still thinking about how we're getting this out to the people. It's gonna be on Apple Podcast. I'll figure that out. Um, but yeah, Tiger King. It's pretty interesting, and essentially, like, since you're in quarantine, you might as well watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
pretty
Okay.
great.
Yeah. Next segment of the podcast. We like to call this overrated or underrated. It's it's pretty simple. I'm gonna bring up a topic, and Aaron's gonna tell me overrated, underrated, why.
That's gonna be
Okay.
hard
So
because I like to think about things. I'll
yeah.
overthink it.
Well, no, you just gotta fire it off because people don't want to sit here and listen for 30 seconds while you think about each thing. All right. First
Okay.
one: polygamy. Overrated, underrated. Thoughts?
Honestly, it's kind of underrated in a way,
Do tell. Any firsthand experience?
No, but like, after watching Tiger King, I think like if you get into polygamy, you can just start owning big cats. So why not? I'm just
Uh-huh.
kidding.
Uh-huh.
That wasn't on the notes, so Reed just kind of threw out a curveball at me, and I I want to say I homered, you know. Um,
I don't know about that. Next up, black jeans.
see, this is a tough one because I don't know if they're overrated or underrated because I love jeans. I love black jeans, but
Okay, let me tell you my thoughts first then.
okay,
I'm
please
gonna
go.
I'm gonna throw out totally underrated. And here's why. The people that do own them and wear them regularly fully appreciate them and rate them properly. But there's a lot of chaps out there that won't go near black jeans. I know too many guys that are like, "Oh, I can't wear black jeans.
Taylor
Those don't
Williams.
fit me. They don't take." I know several friends. I'm not going to say their names, John them, that
Yeah, I
won't wear
won't.
black jeans.
We're not trying to dox
And
you right now, but we're just letting people know our thoughts.
I'm just telling you, black jeans go with everything. Even running shoes. Like if you're wearing normal blue denim jeans and you're wearing running shoes, I might sock you in the face. But if you put them with black jeans, roll it up a little bit, I can't argue with it.
I guess it's fair. I didn't think about that. I thought just people over wearing them, but I don't think I was appreciating them enough. So I'm gonna have to agree with
Yeah,
you on that.
yeah. No, you can't overwear them. You can wear them every day of the week, and they're still cool.
Okay, I agree with that.
All right. Next up, um, loci bracelets, and I have to tell you that Aaron and I are two of the only people left on this earth that still think locais are cool, as we both have them on right now. And
Yeah,
I'm
I got.
sure most of you owned one at one point.
Was it one of my friends told me that her boyfriend got made fun of for wearing one, so he doesn't wear it anymore. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So I kept wearing
who
mine.
who
Hopefully,
made fun of that guy?
uh, I don't I don't really know. Uh,
I need to know that context.
I think it was back in high school, so we don't actually know them, but
Hmm.
I don't know. But I think they're very underrated. you know, because you got, was it mud from the Dead Sea, lowest point in the world, and you got,
Salt, I think.
okay,
Stay
well,
humble, stay hopeful.
yeah, and then you got ice slash water from Mount
Mount
Everest,
Everest.
which is
Yeah.
dope. So
Hmm.
always grounded essentially, and I think it
Yeah.
just, I don't know. I like to accessorize. I'll wear it every day. Stay
Goes with
humble.
everything.
I
Dress
say
it up, dress
underrated.
it down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dress it up, dress it down. I'm going to say underrated just because they've totally gone out of style. And maybe at its peak, it was overrated because it kind of gets caught on stuff and it can be uncomfortable resting your wrist down on it.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I felt that today.
maybe at its peak, it was overrated. But Aaron and I are about 5 years late on this trend, still wearing them. So
Totally. Well, I'll say they're totally different from
underrated.
fightins. You know how everybody used to rock fightins, like you'd give your girlfriend your fightin. Yeah. A lot different. They're cool, and that's about it. Hey,
Yeah.
how do you feel about YouTube? Underrated or overrated?
Totally underrated. And I can summarize it for you in one
Honestly, I
quick
don't
conversation
I
I
don't know why
had.
you even put this on there because I'm gonna say underrated too, but go on.
So I'm moving back into my parents' house. So I was over there the other day and I was talking to their neighbor, sweet kid, 9-year-old Owen. Shout out Owen. He's a
Oh,
pitcher. He's gonna
just
make a lot of
doxed
money
him,
one
man.
day. Yeah, I won't say his last name.
Okay, yeah.
And so I ask Owen, I say, what's your favorite TV show? Because what else do you ask a 9-year-old? I have no idea what they think about.
Fortnite.
And he tells me YouTube.
Dude,
YouTube is his favorite TV show.
I love that. Like, I just love YouTube because there's honestly everything on there. You can get into the deepest like rabbit hole and still be
Oh yeah,
entertained. There's so
yeah.
much to watch. Speaking of watching, watch this podcast or listen to it on YouTube if I figure out how to get it up on there. Um, Reed's laughing, but if there's an Aaron, there's a way, as Reed always says.
Yep, I've said that.
As the
I
drywallers
think
always say, Aaron will find a way.
to put a
Um,
hole in your drywall.
yeah, I will put multiple holes in your drywall. Reed, I'm going to skip this next cable one. Obviously overrated.
Yeah, cable's overrated. All right,
Yeah, we don't even talk about that.
last overrated, underrated for the week. Lululemon
I probably say, as a Lululemon owner, I,
enthusiast.
I wouldn't say enthusiast. I'd probably say overrated at this point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And why I say that is because there's a lot of other companies that are kind of catching up and probably a little less cheaper.
Less cheaper.
Is that what I want to say?
So,
Less
so
cheap.
there's
There's
companies that are
companies that are,
catching up that are more expensive.
no, not less, no, less, they're cheaper than whatever. All right, editor, cut that out to make him sound stupid and make me sound smart. But there are
Okay, what
companies that are,
companies? Give me an example. Don't
well,
say
I'll throw it
Nike.
out there. They're you say Nike,
Don't
Under
say.
Armour.
Okay, that.
I'm kidding. Definitely not. Was it Gap had something come out that is like, how they have Athleta? They
Hmm.
made a
Hmm.
new one for men, and I haven't.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I need to get on and test some of their clothes. But
Yeah. What's it called? Shout them out. Let's get an ad from
well,
them.
hey, no free clout. Let me look it up right now. And this is fun for the podcast right now.
Because
Um,
they're imagining you look something
Hill
like
City, that's what it is.
Hill City. That sounds like a
Yeah,
church.
it's not, but um,
Yep,
it's
I'm
looking
looking at
nice.
Hill City right now.
It looks about the same price range. I don't know. So who knows? But we used to have a
Yeah.
plug that worked at Lululemon. Um, and then he decided to stop working his one day a month. Really tough schedule. But you know, I don't
Hmm.
know. I'll stay overrated.
So I'm gonna put it.
You have to choose one.
See, this morning when I woke up, I said to myself, Lululemon is overrated. people swear by it. And then I thought to myself, do I own what do I wear? What do I like wearing? And what do I buy? See, I don't have a ton of okay, I was gonna say I don't have a ton of Lululemon. I've accumulated a couple pieces here and there. I have like 3 sweatpants and 3 pairs of shorts and a hoodie. So I have enough to know what it feels like. And man, I'm gonna say it's adequately rated
That
because
wasn't one of the choices.
all right, then I'm gonna have to lean with underrated because lately I hear people say, "Oh, it's not that great. You can get Nike or Adidas and that," and
Well,
they're just not as good.
it's a different, kind of brand. I don't know.
Yeah, it's different, and for me, it's better because Nike and Adidas stuff costs almost as expensive. If you get one of their like quality pieces, it is as expensive, and it's the same price, but Nike you're paying more for a design, and Lululemon they don't have any designs at all. Everything's just plain and boring. So you're just paying for the fabrics, which is what I want.
Hmm. I feel you on that. And even though I'm gonna stay overrated, I still enjoy Lululemon. If that's possible, I don't.
Yep.
I don't really know.
Yep.
Um,
Find a close friend that works at Lululemon that owes you one that you can use their coupon code because
yeah,
without that I would have never started
it's
shopping there.
kind of crazy. Hey, in today's podcast, I'm gonna bring like in our weekly podcast, I'm gonna bring a today I learned from something called
Hmm.
REDDIT. I think
I've never heard of it. I don't
I don't
know
really know what it
what you
is.
spelled out.
But hey,
What'd you learn
today's
today?
what I learned today is that Rocky Road ice cream is named after the Great Depression and not the texture of the ice cream.
Wow. I kind of I kind of always thought it was like the nuts were rocks on the road. So this is
Okay,
blowing my
well now I'm
mind.
reading comments and I don't know how truth that is, but I'm gonna leave it in because I thought it was interesting and I still enjoy
Hmm.
Rocky Road.
Hmm.
And read it is never wrong. That's fact.
You know, Reddit, I mean, uh, you know that website that you were on is
Yeah.
always correct because literally anyone can put that information on there. So you know you're getting the best sources because it could come from anywhere. All right,
Okay.
song of the week.
Oh, yeah,
Song
all
of the
right.
week.
No, we're not gonna walk past that. You just stole that from you stole that from The Office, and he's talking about
Shh,
Wikipedia.
don't ruin this joke. Don't ruin that joke for me, guy.
If people in the drywallers will comment on it though, that's the thing. But
Forgive me,
moving on.
loyal drywallers. Okay, moving
We're
on.
quoting guys. We love to quote stuff.
And we're trying our absolute hardest not to because we're not actually that funny without quotes.
Oh heck no.
We kind of depend on them.
That
And
was
if
all
you've
my
ever been
Instagram captions were for a while.
2 years
2 years,
minimum,
yeah. Just using
yeah.
quotes because it was easy.
And if you're ever around us or our friends, you probably hate it
One,
because
you're
all we
lucky
do
because
is
you're hanging out
quote
with
things.
us.
Yep.
Um, but then yeah, we also quote things to no end.
We've never had an original thought in our heads.
Whenever I say something funny, one of our friends, Charles Plopham, he always like, "Hey,
Uh-huh.
where'd you get that from?"
Yeah, where'd you
And
get that?
I could literally just make it off the top of my head, and it'd just be
Usually you
funny.
don't, though.
Well, usually you
That's
don't know.
normally not the case.
I'm quick with my one-liners. I'd like to point that out. So I am funny, just not funny at all.
Maybe you just recycle stuff too much, and so
Okay,
people.
hey, moving into our next segment. We have
Song of the
Song of the
week.
Week.
Okay, the song of the week.
Week.
This week's song is "Moment" by Victoria Monet. French name. Um, if you're under the age of 13, do not look at the album cover.
Don't play it
There.
because I don't want to get copyrighted.
No, I'm not gonna play it.
Okay.
Um, I'm gonna read the first 3 lines though.
Okay.
I got a feeling that you brought me to you. Yeah, you did, babe. Look what your mind's imagination can do. Very sexy song. Very easy on the ears. First date song, probably not. You're jumping the gun. But
That's like
if
listening
you're
to John
alone,
Mayer. Oof.
Yeah,
Never good.
John. Yeah.
Um,
So I wouldn't listen to it on a first date, but if you're ever, you're alone and you want to listen to something soulful, Moment by Victoria Monet.
okay, and I got mine. You want to know what it is?
If it's by Tiny Meat Gang, I'm never doing this podcast again.
No, I can't put that out there. But
Okay.
no, it's actually Take It Easy by Surfaces, and I've been noticing them blowing up lately, and I'm happy for them. But this is off their recently new album. It's pretty good, and I think that it just uh, oh, it's a good song, and in quarantine you can just listen to it and relax, essentially.
Explain Surfaces for those that don't know.
Um, Surfaces is a band, an artist. I don't know. Reed's laughing. He's trying to hide it, but
Surfaces is two guys that kind of make like
it's just
Sunday
up.
candy type music.
It's just happy go lucky. I'll say that.
It's springtime music.
Oh, it's so springtime. It's
There's a
great for
little
this
bit of
time.
trumpet in there. There's some white guys and they sound really white when they make
They,
their music.
well, they sound like Khaled or Khalid. I don't know how you say his name.
No, they don't.
I mean,
They remind me of the Avett brothers in the way that they write their songs and just how literal and easy to understand their lyrics are.
yeah, and most songs are like around 2 minutes, 2.5, which is I think is like a good amount of
That's
time
good. Yeah,
for
that's
their
a good amount of
for their
time.
music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So
All right. Well,
that's
that was Holes in Your Drywall,
Holes
episode
in
one.
Your Drywall,
Holes in Your
episode
Drywall.
1.
Yep.
So yeah, if you enjoyed this podcast, go ahead and give us a rating. I don't know if you can give it a like. Tell your friends.
Like, comment, subscribe. Tell your
Yeah,
friends that
hit that
we will punch holes in their drywall.
hit that bell like you punching holes in your drywall.
Mm,
Um,
amen.
and hopefully we hope to do this. Hopefully we hope. Yeah, that makes sense, Aaron. Cut that. Um, but maybe make this a weekly podcast. I don't know how
Hmm.
busy Reed is, how
Yeah.
busy I am.
Once our ads become less cheaper.
We just kind of enjoy talking about stuff, and it's a good way for us to talk every week.
Hmm. And I'm gonna warn you. Once the NBA picks back up, that will creep its
Oh,
way. That
we
will
hope
creep
you
its way
love
into the
sports.
podcast into a way that it'll just take over
Yeah,
the whole conversation.
Reed is a big Charles Barkley fan, and I'm a big Shaq fan, so you knucklehead.
Yeah. Listen. First of all,
Oh, are you gonna get into this before the end of the podcast?
no, I think you should cut the podcast 2 minutes from right now, 2 minutes earlier.
Okay, hey, we'll see you next week.